Welcome to the Explainer. So, let me ask you a question right off the bat. Are you still relying solely on expensive, kind of outdated textbooks or traditional classroom lectures to get ahead? If you are, well, you might actually be working way harder than you need to. The digital era has completely transformed how we learn, how we collaborate, and how we build our careers. Today, we're going to explore the ultimate digital toolkit for 2026, and I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage the internet to get a massive advantage in both your education and your professional development. And here is the best part. $0. That is the exact cost of building a world-class education toolkit today. You no longer need to pay exorbitant tuition fees just to access global knowledge. Thousands of free websites out there offer incredibly high-quality learning opportunities. So, the absolute biggest takeaway here, the traditional barrier to entry has literally vanished. Here's our agenda for this explainer. We'll start with the 2026 digital classroom, then we'll dive into the absolute top tools across four main pillars: free learning platforms, AI study assistants, free coding websites, and productivity tools. And finally, we're going to put it all together to build your ultimate learning workflow.
Okay, Section 1. The 2026 Digital Classroom Moving Beyond the Textbook.
And Section 2, Top Free Learning Platforms, the Foundation.
The internet has really flipped the script, making global digital access the new baseline. This is huge because it allows self-taught learners from literally anywhere in the world to access top-tier resources and compete without taking on massive debt. These platforms basically replace the need for traditional, expensive lectures. We're looking at the heavy hitters here: Khan Academy, Coursera, edX, and MIT OpenCourseWare. What's absolutely mind-blowing is that these websites offer free, university-level education to anyone with a Wi-Fi connection. You're getting access to global universities like Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and even industry giants like Google right from your living room. Now, the crucial thing is making sure you match the tool to your specific goal. For example, if you need to master a subject from the ground up, Khan Academy is fantastic. It provides these highly structured learning paths and practice exercises, which is a total lifesaver for math, science, and economics. On the flip side, if you want to experience elite higher education, you can use Coursera to audit actual university-level courses from institutions like Stanford and Google completely for free.
Moving on to Section 3, Essential AI Study Assistants, your research assistants.
We all know artificial intelligence has fundamentally revolutionized academic work. Honestly, think of these AI tools as your modern, dedicated, and totally tireless research assistants who never ever need a coffee break. Here are the top 4 tools you definitely need to bookmark: ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity AI, and Consensus AI. These platforms are absolute game changers. They help you rapidly summarize massive amounts of information, generate study notes, and seamlessly analyze really complex documents.
But there's a really brilliant distinction to make here. You shouldn't just use one AI for everything, right? Like ChatGPT is your go-to general assistant. It's perfect for writing, getting quick explanations, or even some coding help. But if you are doing heavy academic research, you want Consensus AI. It's a search engine built specifically for scientific research. Using the right AI for the right task just makes your study sessions exponentially more efficient.
Next up, Section 4, Best Free Coding Websites, Gyms for the Brain.
Tech skills are widely considered some of the most valuable assets you can have for the 2026 job market. And these top 4 platforms, they're basically gyms where you go to train your brain. Free Codecamp, Codecademy, LeetCode, and the GitHub Student Developer Pack. These are just the best places on the internet for learning programming fundamentals. Whether you're starting from absolute zero or you're prepping for a brutal software engineering interview using LeetCode's challenges, these tools are your ticket to continuous professional development.
Let's actually break that down a bit more, looking at Free Codecamp and Codecademy. Free Codecamp is ideal if your ultimate goal is to earn full web development certifications at zero cost. They have thousands of lessons focused really heavily on full-stack development. Codecademy, however, is absolutely perfect if you want highly interactive, bite-sized lessons across a huge variety of languages, like Python and JavaScript. Both are incredible, but they essentially serve up completely different workout routines for your brain.
All right, Section 5, Top Productivity and Focus Tools, your project managers. Look, it honestly doesn't matter how good your learning platforms or your AI tools are if you literally can't sit down and focus. The essentials here, the apps that act as your personal project managers, are Notion, Trello, Rescue Time, and Palma Focus. This stack handles the whole shebang. You have Notion acting as your all-in-one workspace for notes, Trello using boards for task management, Rescue Time analyzing your digital habits so you don't fall down a rabbit hole, and Focus giving you a dedicated Pomodoro timer to enforce deep, uninterrupted concentration. Finally, Section 6, your ultimate learning workflow, putting it all together.
The sources point out a really common trap. Simply saving a link to a cool tool isn't going to teach you anything. You have to combine them into a consistent daily routine. And here is exactly how you do that. Step 1. Research your topic using a tool like Google Scholar. Step 2. Take those complex papers and summarize them using your AI assistants like Consensus or ChatGPT. Step 3. Organize those notes directly into Notion. And Step 4. Track your course progress using productivity apps like Trello. Do you see how these 4 pillars lock together? They basically form this unstoppable, automated learning routine.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to highlight a really crucial quote from our source material regarding artificial intelligence. AI tools should assist learning rather than replace critical thinking and original work. When used responsibly, these tools are safe and incredibly effective. They're meant to be your assistant, handling the tedious heavy lifting of summarizing so that your human brain is freed up to do what it actually does best: critical thinking and complex problem solving. The digital era has opened up just a staggering amount of opportunities, and those who consistently use these platforms are going to gain a massive advantage. We've gone over the top tools for learning, AI, coding, and productivity. These tools are 100% free. The barrier to entry is completely gone. So the only question left is, what will you build? I really encourage you to take action today. Set up your workflow and use this digital toolkit to accelerate your success. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and happy learning.